Welcome back to Pirate Radio Broadcast. I'm Fast Talking Eddie. I'm HT Bum. Slam Dunk Gomez here, vatos. Grandpa. I'm Papa J. Finally, you're slowing it down, the last word. Papa J! Ah. And we got the rest of the crew out there in the sidelines. George Skeleton, Goofer Bones, and, General McKenzie, they're all gonna be out there in the sidelines talking to the peoples. But in the meantime, we got the Colts and the Ravens. None of them are picking up any free agents. The Colts don't want the stealth aliens. What are they afraid of? The stealth aliens are going to push the button? Well, I think that's what Pat McAfee thinks. Well, let's not jump to conclusions. So the Colts and the Ravens are not picking up any free agents for now. It all can change. They could pick up some free agents and just, trade with the Cowboys, because the Cowboys are looking for some stealth aliens. But we never know. But in the meantime, Colts are upgrading their own players. Note boom! Boom, 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 baby. Note boom against the Grandioses. Alright, the Colts. Again, they will not be picking up any free agents for now, but they can quietly and then trade them to the Cowboys. That might be their plan, because they don't want to publicly acknowledge that they're picking up stealth aliens. They're going to do it secretly.
Some turmoil threatens their roster in the early season. A challenge has been made for a top spot on the depth chart. Competition breeds success, but coaches will decide how far the competition goes.
For the Colts, Rayman, Cross, and Tanner. What's his last name? Yeah, that's right. Let's get on with the game. The Colts and the Ravens.
Ladies and gentlemen, here are the Ravens!
Sanchez has it teed up and ready to go. And off we go on Thursday night primetime. This will be a touchback, so we're going to need our first snap to see the first action of this game. So the Ravens offense taking over for the first time here. And it'll be their second-year quarterback who's bringing them out.
And even if he's still pretty early in his career, we know he is perfectly comfortable and settled into this spot as the be-all, end-all for this offense. Every time you take the field as a quarterback, you know you're gaining experience. You're getting more comfortable in the role. And as he goes forward, he tries to learn. It takes something away from each and every one of these moments.
One of the tight ends motions right. Let's start this series with a motion. He's in the man on that run.
I think that's the amount that they were looking for there, Kate. And lead to some shuffling around here in the playbook. Aggressive call on second.
Last run got him 3. Here's 2nd and 7. Shotgun snap, looking to throw. Nothing doing there as the second down pass falls incomplete. And no look on his first look of the game. So it'll be 3rd down.
That just goes to show you can't take any completion for granted, even on some of the shortest passes in the game plan.
No connection on the last play, and now it's 3rd down. Throw here, 3rd down. Got his man, Hopkins has it. And he has a really field threat by the yard short. And gain 11 on that play. And that's good for a Ravens first down.
First and 10 down to the 49-yard line.
Well, that is pretty darn impeccable timing between the two. They hit a curl route of that length. It takes great anticipation and precision by the quarterback, and the receiver on the other end finishing it, doing his job.
Ball just a yard shy of midfield, 1st and 10. Now pressure coming. That's another quick hitter. And he gets it through the midfield strike on the side of the field.
That is a textbook first down completion. Sets up second and very manageable. Creates space to take that shot downfield.
Offense to line. This is 2nd and 4. Here's Derrick Henry getting the ball down. You know what, they ran right into traffic and went nowhere as a result. So it's going to be 3rd down.
You want to see the term read and react with a little video in the football dictionary? That's it.
3rd and 4 coming up now. Let's send their tight end right. 3rd down from the gun. It's incomplete. Should have been a catch downfield,
in the first frame. But that's one, as this game goes on, he's got half. It's hard on third down to execute. With the ball in your hands, you got to find a way to catch it.
Don't want to punt from here, but too far for a field goal as well. You're going for it here. Fourth down, they're going to throw for it. It's complete. They get this down to the 28. Their best play calls of this game so far, Brock. 17 yards on fourth down. That gets in the first.
First and 10 of the 28.
That's a statement throw right there. A statement throw that lets the opposing defense know it's not just going to be check down Charlie today. They're going to be willing to push the ball down the field, and this defense better respond.
They've worked it downfield very well to begin the drive. It's first and 10 at the 28. Keeps it on the option here. And then stepping back for a short pickup to the 24. It's a 4-yard pickup, and that's going to bring up 2nd and 6.
The difference right there, Kate, between that gain and a big hit for a loss is really quick decision making. He made a quick read, saw the running back was going to get hit if he handed it, and he pulls it himself for a positive gain.
It's Henry on the counter. And he'll pick up enough to break the chains.
I think with that call, they were trying to set him up with a short third down run. He said, no, not on my watch. I'll just go get it all right here. Now, playbook's wide open for first and 10.
Offense getting set. Here's first and 10.
Just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
Need a better result than that last run. It's 2nd and 8. The play fake, he'll throw. He's keeping it. That's the 15, and it sets him up with first and goal.
As long as these are the results he's getting, they're going to be just fine with him calling his own number. He does such a good job of seeing the field and knowing when it's his time to take it himself.
This drive has been excellent. A few shots now, it's starting with 6 as they come up on it. First and goal. Henry. Touchdown. The Ravens finish off an excellent opening series. Derrick Henry, the touchdown. Well, this coaching staff has got to be a happy partner. A calm and calculated opening drive. Really impressed with the score, how they controlled the football, and they played at their own pace.
Yeah, it's one of those drives that just pays dividends. I know it's the opening drive, but you're just taking some of the starch out of that defense and putting some doubt in their mind. Like, man, they just methodically shoved it right down our throat.
Here's Tyler Luke, now on for the extra point. The point after splits the uprights. And the Ravens will jump out to a 7-0 lead. Stout's all set to send this one away. On return, here's Anthony Gould. He's got a lane up past the 30. And he manages the 35 before they can stop him. So out come the Colts for their first offensive possession. And at the helm for him, the rookie 6th-round pick out of Notre Dame. Here's Riley Leonard.
From Duke to Notre Dame, Riley Leonard just inspired people around him. It's really what I see, and it's such a valuable attribute to have as a quarterback. Do you make the people around you better? There's no question he did it collegiately. Now the challenge will be to do it professionally. and incompletions like that certainly won't help.
Here's the first carry for Jonathan Taylor. If you're going to shake off one tackle partner, the next one got it. It's going to lose yards.
That's got to be so frustrating for him when you're fighting the good fight. He even ripped through a tackle to stay afloat. But the blocking can't buy you enough time or room to even get back to the line of scrimmage.
Finds Pittman complete. And they push this down to the opposing 47-yard line. That's a good looking play by the Notre Dame rookie. Gets him a first down.
First down. It's a gain of 20. First down, Colts.
I may love watching a great thrower, but I love watching a well-done route too, Kate. Make that guy think you're trying to stack him, only to drop your hips and cut right inside. Some good work to help reset those chains.
Early got hit into a slope, and unsurprisingly, it falls incomplete. Second down coming up.
Incomplete. It's second down and 10.
Now the gun. It's Leonard. This last man, it's out to Pierce. This one's going to move all the way down to the 25-yard line.
It's a gain of
They managed 22 on the rip and a first down.
I know the Combine tries to test everything it possibly can physically, but I don't know how you test courage at the Combine, because there's nobody defending you. Nobody wants to hit you. That was the epitome of courage to make that in cut and make the catch.
From the gun, it's Leonard. Completed over the middle. And he's going to be stopped at the 17-yard line. After a good pickup, they're set up with second and short.
Brings up second and 2. At the Ravens 17-yard line.
Shotgun, hand off to Taylor. Finally get away from that tackle. Good work by the defense. From getting on second down.
Well, that's just about textbook defense on how to shut down an RPO. Coverage was tight, the numbers were up, and then the bodies were there to stuff that run before it could get going.
Does and a hit knocks it free. Incomplete.
The numbers tell us pretty clearly, you get to third and long, extra long, it's really hard to stay on the field. That's disappointing because that was third and manageable and an incomplete.
All right, so they're going for this. I like this being aggressive from the get-go on their opening drive. They'll throw for it. They don't get the catch they need there. Their hand was forced. Brock had to try and go for it, but they turn it over on downs. We've got a stoppage here. There's a player out there in some pretty obvious discomfort being worked on. All hopes, of course, that it's nothing serious, especially here in the preseason.
Well. He did what he could. We gave him his best shot. So Daniel Jones will go in there, and there's Anthony Richardson. Hope he doesn't tap out. That's all I'm hoping. Don't get tired. Don't tap out. Okay, still got Daniel Jones, and for the Ravens, Cooper Rush will be going in there. And then as Lamar Jackson will finish it off, unless they got Cooper. I don't know.
offensively because you also know it can set the table for more.
So fresh set of downs now from the 39.
plus 4 equals a first down.
4 yards on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 6.
Let's go now.
Now here's Keaton Mitchell with the run. This is an excellent field goal. Stop him at that 45-yard line. Get up 13 on that play. And that's good for a Ravens first down.
Oh, that's such a good feeling as a quarterback of an RPO, and you get to hand it, and you get to watch him take off. You know if you take advantage in the RPO game of a run like that, it only makes the pass that much better.
Let's see how they attack this first down, partner, from the 45.
Let's go. 79.
Inside gives it in. They're going to keep moving forward, block down inside the opposing 30. A 19-yard pickup, and that's going to move the chains.
That's another Baltimore first down. 1st and 10 at the 26-yard line.
You know, Kate, if you notice those guys that love to feed themselves on the field, right? They love to just get more and more. They're hungry for even more. I'll tell you what, that tackle, it prevented something that's going to be a lot bigger, but that back remains hungry.
All set now, 1st and 10. Here again. He's going to win the 1 yard on that drive up the gut. Zaire Franklin there to make the tackle.
Well, it'll be this group's job watching the film to find all these plays. The ones that amount to really very little statistically, and identify what was needed to just make them a little bigger, stretch them further. Afterthought plays now, they could be the big gains of next week.
Right back to him. Once again, he does it again twice before they brought down. A gain of about 3, so a 3rd and what they needed. 3rd and 6 coming up.
When you don't have great success on first down, Kate, it's a little bit like a hitter in baseball falling behind in the count. And all you want to do as a hitter is get back to a fighting chance. Give yourself a better count. That play, well, it does the same here. Now a much more manageable and opportune 3rd down situation.
7th play of the drive. They've been moving it well. This is 3rd and 6.
Here we go.
Air it out on 3rd. Complete beyond. And they get this down to the 10-yard line before going down. They'll move the chains after that pickup of 12.
That's another Baltimore first down.
I'm not sure how this defense let that guy slip through him like that. On 3rd down, nonetheless, he took that snap as an opportunity. Man, did he make an impact play.
They keep this drive moving, partner. Here's another 1st and 10.
Let's go. 70.
At the gun, give to him. He only gets this one down the road. Only gets a yard there to make it 2nd and 9.
And you know running the ball in the NFL is hard, and that play pretty indicative of it. Here's the key, though. At the end of the game, those type of plays got to be in the minority, and the majority have got to do some damage.
Last run only gained a yard. That means it's 2nd and 9. On the gun, it's Rush. And this one stopped at the 3-yard line.
Here's heat that looks coming off the snap. That QB's eyes, you can see it right away. He got to his check down in a hurry. And Kate, here's the key. Quarterback and running back have to be on the same page. The two were right there, and it netted some positive yards.
Short yardage situation here. It's 3rd and 2.
Let's go. 79.
He's going to be stopped. 3rd goal winds up losing yardage. And now, Brock, will they challenge them again on 4th and goal?
If only this defense could look like that on every play, Kate. They were angry, motivated, focused. And they took that anger out on him and this offense, forcing a 4th down.
On 4th now. On comes Tyler Luke. Going to try this field goal for the Ravens. It's only a chip shot from the right hash. Luke knocks it through. And look at their lead as it extends to 7.
That's the type of long, sustained drive that takes some of the starch out of your opponent. The only negative is if the kicking team is out there for a field goal and not an
offense now for another possession. And they take over down 10-3 following that score. Colts file out into formation. Here comes 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Jones. Short pass brought in. And this one does not go far.
That's not a big completion on the stat sheet, but that's a big contested, what I call a pretty pass right there. And that's what the best tight ends will get you.
8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach the 2nd down. Looking from the gun. Here's Jones. He's going to be taken down here after he takes it to the 45. That play goes for 19 and a new set of downs.
Teammates notice when they got a guy willing to take it on the chin to get rid of the pass. That's a pass that's going to earn a lot of points with the other 10 players, not just today, but when they go back and watch that play on tape.
Let's see how they attack his 1st down, partner, from the 45. Here's Jones. It's incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. You go middle of the field against zone coverage, Brock. You know this firsthand. You are thrown in the rush out, and there aren't a lot of easy completions to be found in that part of the field.
Yeah, and a lot of those drills, Kate, you're signing your guy up to take some sort of hit. It's on you to protect your guys. But that defense will fly around and make the play. Quarterbacks will look for their tight end short in just about any situation. They take away the deeper options, and there's your consistent source of positive yardage. The trusty tight end.
3rd down, Jones to throw. Forced out to his right. He takes a deep shot down the middle. Defensive play, jar it loose, incomplete.
Well, that took some force right there. That took some serious defensive effort to force the incompletion. You're not going to see a lot of guys ever let go of the football when they got a 1st down right in their midst. That force, that contact, separated man from ball.
He can extend the field. And so he stops, but now the ball gets him all the way down to that 15-yard line. One of their biggest plays of the game so far, and it comes on a 4th down gamble.
1st down. 1st and 10 at the 15-yard line.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
Shotgun handoff to Owens. He's not going to be happy picking himself back up after this. They're sent backwards on 1st down. And it's not just some quarterbacks, Brock, you already got to have short memories. You tell me this too, defenses need them sometime as well.
Yeah, 100%. You give up a big run, well, too bad. No time.
What the hell was that? A busted play? That was supposed to be a pass. Look at it. He's stealing the football away from the quarterback. And then you got the Raven helping him mug. That's a double mugging. You got the Raven helping. It's like the Colt is trying to secure the football, and number 17 is saying, no, let me pass, I got this. And this guy is like, nobody threw me the ball, why am I running? Somebody forgot to give me the ball. Damn stinking quarterback, halfback, scum. Number 80 is telling it as it is. He's being blunt in their face. Disgusted.
Time to dwell on it because you got to line up, buckle up that chin strap, and try to knock him backwards.
Everyone's prepped. It's 2nd down now. Operating from the gun, it's Jones. And it's another 1st down on this drive. Man, this time they're in 1st and goal.
That's another Colts 1st down. 1st and
Nice to see that connection, that chemistry working between the two of them.
When Jumbo set on this 1st and goal. Herbert does not get in. His push is stopped just short of that goal line.
And so aggravatingly some arrogance offensively to think you could just run it right at him through the end zone, but pride defensively to rise up and get that stop.
Now we get a timeout from the Colts. That's their first. And they'll have 2 left to work with here in the first half. They'll leave the offense out there and try 4th and goal from the 4. First down, pass coming. Don't get the catch they need there. Their man was forced by. They had to try and go for it. They turn it over on downs.
You know, kid, I don't think I've ever met a defender that cares. All they want to do is get off the field. Doesn't matter if it's a drop pass, deflection, breakup, even an interception. Challenged by the offense to
They just blew it. It was a busted play that could have been a field goal, but no, they just had to have a busted play. Anthony Richardson will go in there and finish it off. And Cooper Rush will continue, and there's Lamar Jackson just waiting to go in there and say, put me in there, coach. I know it's preseason, it doesn't matter. I want to win this game because these Colts keep busting the plays. They keep busting the balls. And I want to bust it. I want to bust it wide open. That's what Lamar Jackson is probably thinking. Let me go in there and bust some heads. Because the Colts are doing it all by themselves, and Lamar Jackson wants to bust some balls. He wants to bust some heads open. Why should the Colts have all the fun?
one more stop to get off the field, and that's exactly what they did.
Going to the third quarter.
Time now for the bottom half of the roster to make an impact, Brock. Our preseason opener underway in half number 2. Return, here's Doolin. Keeps away from one. Decent run back is going to end as they bring him down inside the 30. Out come the Colts as they've got it to begin the second half. And their defense sure has kept this game close. Now it's time for them to come through, get some points for their team in this low-scoring affair. Indianapolis bringing the offense to the line. Here's 1st and 10. Signals, and it looks like we've got a timeout before that first down play. As that'll leave him with just 2 to use the rest of the way.
Anthony Richardson's tapping out. He says he's tired. Why is he tired? He hasn't even done anything. How can he be tired? He's tapping out. He says he's tired. Come on, man. Who else can they have in there? The kicker? This is terrible. Well, they're going to continue with Daniel Jones because Anthony Richards tapping out. He said he's tired. He says he's hurting. He's in pain. He's a wussy. He's a... Well, you know, it's Anthony Richardson. He's having a hard time adjusting to the game.
All right, starting in the pistol this time, Brock. 1st and 10. Pistol now for Jones. Nice work by the defense to start this drive out. It's a sack on the first play.
That is not the way they needed to come out of the locker room here to begin the second half. Trailing, you got to play with a sense of urgency. You got to protect your quarterback, and they didn't either.
need something special here. 2nd and 20 following the sack. Play action now with Jones. He goes down again. These guys need to find a way to hold up better for their QB. This offense now facing 3rd down.
One thing you learn about NFL halftimes, Kate, is they're a lot quicker than the college game. You got to make your adjustments in a hurry, and boy, has this defense. Back-to-back sacks, setting up what could be a very quick 3 and out, and an early boost in the second half.
This is a tough spot to punt. Gotta convert here on 3rd down. Here he goes, 3rd and long. Consecutive set. The defense totally dominating this drive. That brings up 4th down.
But the word safety was used, and it's not a lot in NFL locker rooms, but if it was at halftime, it was about safe throws, good decisions, consistent plays. It was not about a safety to begin this second half. That's what we nearly saw. Not the kind of start this offense wanted. It's got to overcome with adversity.
The Colts are ready for the punt. And after that drive went backwards, he's going to send this one forward. The return begins on their side of midfield. When that return amounts to much, they bring him down. Baltimore running its offense out now. And it has been all about these defenses so far, Brock. Even into the second half, we're still waiting for one of these offenses to take charge.
Yeah, what you're feeling, these defenses are making every yard tough, every first down tough, every series tough, and offensively, yeah, it's time to toughen up, and maybe more importantly, sharpen up.
The Ravens in a very good field position as they come up 1st and 10. It's a design boot. Just shy of the 40. And that one goes for a gain of 11. That's going to be a Baltimore first.
Well, it sure seems like he knew exactly where he was going with that before the snap. That's a pre-snap decision that led to a post-snap first down.
1st down from the 41. Pushing left is their running back. 1st and 10. Here's Rush. Pass into the hands of the Montez Walker. He's able to get this to the 32 before going down.
Hey, you like these results up first. That completion right there, right in the window where all options are now available to you on second down. That playbook wide open.
Just a yard left to go on 2nd down. Mitchell gets it coming up. And with a short gain, gets them a new set of downs.
Hey, Kate, you want to see a picture in the football dictionary of staying on schedule? That was it.
1st and 10 at the 30-yard line.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Rush set up the play action. Completes this one to Hill. And this hits it set out right along that line of scrimmage. No gain on 1st down.
He specializes in salvaging broken plays out of the backfield, but even he couldn't get anything out of that one, Kate. That defense, they were all over it.
2nd and 10. Need something positive here.
Here we go.
The gun here. Rush. Taking it all the way. And he gets all the way down to the 16-yard line. Big gain. 14 on the play. And that's good for Ravens 1st down.
Baltimore, 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 16-yard line.
Move the chains! You gotta move them chains! Build momentum and keep that defense on its heels.
Coming to the line for another 1st and 10. So look here and give to Mitchell. It's on the 10. And he's brought down after a great gain. That's going to set up 1st and goal.
14 more
What a great sign to start the second half for this offense, because with a lead, the ground game becomes your best friend, the centerpiece for this offense, trying to chew up that clock.
They'll break the huddle and come up on 1st and goal. Hill. Can't bypass that line, and they stop him at the 3. The presence of those tight ends works both ways, Brock. You notice, gives you more blockers up front, but it also pulls the defense in to be ready for that run.
Yeah, you could put 7 blockers up there, even put 8, I don't know, 9, all the blockers in the world, but if they don't work in concert together to create a lane, it doesn't matter.
Went in the wrong direction the last play. Need to get forward 3 yards here on 2nd and goal.
Practice it.
Go to him again. This is still on as well. These last 2 snaps move they've forced this drive to what might be its last play here, Brock, and we can confidently say there's not going to be another run here on 3rd down.
Yeah, I think it's time to let the passing game get going and really trust your quarterback here, who's got to compensate for 2 negative plays.
On the 5-yard line after the loss, 3rd and goal.
Let's go.
Rush. And the defensive down away from completing this stand. It's 4th and goal.
Hey, there are times as a decision maker playing quarterback, you take a sack and you cut your losses. When you get an opportunity in the red zone on 3rd down.
I don't mean to highlight the craziness of football players, but I saw something crazy out there. There he is. What the hell's wrong with this guy? What is it? 93? What is your freaking problem? Psychiatric issues? Get him counseling fast. And if he needs therapy and rehab, get him to the clinic as soon as possible, because this guy could very well sack his own quarterback and not even know about it. So let's head off to the 4th quarter, because this thing is getting really crazy. It's crazy.
Sending his Ravens offense back to the field. Even though they've got a 3-score lead, still a lot of time left, so they're going to try to grow it even further.
I'm sorry, people, but to those of you who are fans of the Colts, and I don't know how many of you are left, we don't want to punish you. Although we do question what's going on with you all. The Ravens will win this.
And this is a win for the Ravens. And they're off to a good start in the preseason, Brock. Seen a lot of players fighting together for the victory. for Brock Ewart and all of our crew, I'm Kate Scott, wrapping up another edition of the NFL on EA Sports. The Ravens are your winners as we say so long from Baltimore.
Bocce gets the upgrade for the Colts. And for the Ravens, Wiggins. Oh my gosh, look at this guy. Wiggins. You look like a mop head. Walker. And Nick. Aw, Nick, you having a bad day? Aw, boo-boo. Somebody kiss his little boo-boo. That sounds disgustingly gay. Oh, wow. Just having a little bit of foolish old geezer, eccentric, gay? Shut up. It's unbelievable, but true. So, the Colts are the ones who really need some help. I mean, geez Louise, I mean, they need some help. The Ravens have picked up some free agents, and the Colts, they're going to be trading them to the Colts. Starting with a defensive player. Preston Smith. Don't know much about him. But he's going to be traded off to the Colts. For a halfback. I don't know why, but I guess it's a pity trade. Tyler Goodson. This is a pity trade. So it's kind of unusual. The Ravens, it's like when a guy beats up his girlfriend, then he gets her flowers. Sorry, baby, I won't do it again. The next one, the next pity trade is I believe his name is Kaiser White. Not too familiar with this guy, but it's a pity trade with a it's all pity. And it's like, sorry baby, I didn't mean to bump your head up against a wall. So Blaine Taylor will be leaving the Colts for the Ravens, and Maybe Blaine Taylor's happy about it. But the Colts are getting some help on defense. Another pity trade. A safety. Somebody named Marcus Williams, I believe. I think that's his name. Yeah, Marcus Williams. Never heard of him. Don't know who he is. Don't even know if he's any good. But they'll be trading with his name is LaQuinn Treadwell. Okay. That takes care of the Ravens now. Now the Colts. We're going to free agency. And pick up some defense. Someone named Nicholas Murray. Morrow, or something like that. Okay. Guess they think that'll help them. I don't know anything about this guy. Asante Samuel. Will be picked up. How many more players do they? Okay, they're gonna get 5 more players. They're all going for defense. They're gonna get somebody named Eddie Jackson. They're gonna get Desmond King, a cornerback. Who knows how many of these guys will stick around by the third week? How many will be cut? Somebody named Cameron Sutton. And they're picking up a defensive tackle. William Goldstein. How many more players? One more. And then we'll see in week number 2 if these guys are any good. boy named Kareem Jackson. Strong safety. So, we'll see if the Colts improve by week number 2. Because they picked up a lot of defensive free agents. But no stealth aliens. Interesting, don't you think? That's very interesting. Alright, that concludes this game. Good night.